Please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Ring that notification bell. Thank you. If you've been on my channel before, you know that my friend, 64-year-old Joanne Dudek, has been missing since November the 13th, 2022. If you're new here, this is a personal friend of mine who went missing from the Phoenix area on November 13th, 2022. Her name is Joanne Dudek. The circumstances for Joanne's disappearance are very suspicious, and that's just not according to me, but also Maricopa County Sheriff Department. Joanne was last heard from on the evening of the 13th. She lived at home with her husband of 28 years and her daughter, as well as her daughter's boyfriend. I gave a little bit of background in my last video, but in case you're new, there were some struggles with the daughter, as she has some special needs and has a history of behavioral problems, which I don't really need to get into, but they were significant enough to be mentioned. This goes way back, and if you want to check out my last video, I'll leave that link in the description. Joanne has always been an extremely hard worker, and she would never leave her home, never leave her family. We are really needing help from the community at this time. Anyone who lives in the area. This is Anthem, Arizona, a suburb of North Phoenix. If you live in Anthem and you live close to St. Rose off Meridian there, we're talking about you. We're really talking about all of Anthem, New River, Desert Hills, anywhere in the vicinity. We need your help, because you might have information you don't even know that you have. Just showing kind of the map of Anthem there, St. Rose Church. And if we spin it and look to the north, there's the Gavilan Peak School going up towards Sonic. The park would be to the left of the screen. So we're headed back toward the house where this occurred in the neighborhood. It's Meridian. And there is Joanne's home. Right here. Lost Legend Trail. Anyone who lives on North Lost Legend Trail or on the surrounding streets or neighborhoods, you could have vital information to this case. As you can see, Anthem is pretty densely populated, and there are lots and lots of homes surrounded by desert. If you live in New River, near a wash or a desert, maybe you saw something. We have no idea what happened to Joanne, but she left from this house right here on November the 13th. 3 unusual scenarios have unfolded now. November the 13th into November the 14th. That's what we're looking at. One version of events has been circling the community. Apparently, the daughter has been telling people in the Anthem community this one story where a fight ensued the night of the 13th, and her mom fell in the midst of the fight and hurt her head. There was no mention of how the fight started, why there was a fight, chores, walking the dog. Incidentally, the The daughter's cat also got out on November the 13th and has been missing. She has been looking for the cat, but not so much for her mom. Until recently. Recently, she spoke out. That news clip is in my last video. However, I will play it at the end of this one as well. I'm not singling her out either. The husband has also not spoken out until recently. They allege that when they got up in the morning, Joanne was gone. So there was a fight. She hit her head. They put her to bed, and then she was gone. In this version, they allege that she took a couple changes of clothes, a passport, a credit card, a single credit card, and an alleged burner phone. I don't know if Joanne have burner phones. Her husband, Walter, also stated that the police have not found any evidence to support a credit card had been used. There has been no activity on her credit cards nor her credit report. The second version of the story was that Joanne made a phone call or something, and she is in a rehab. Again, there is no information to support this by police. Joanne did leave her keys, her wallet, her known cell phone that she used behind, her money. There is no evidence to support that she was in a rehab facility where the police have access to getting those records as well as insurance information. As many people know, rehab facilities are not cheap, and there is no reason that Joanne would have gone to a rehab facility. These versions of events keep changing between the husband's story and the daughter's story. However, someone did see the boyfriend walking around acting extremely peculiar on Wednesday, November the 23rd, which is Garbage Day, the week of Thanksgiving. The day before Thanksgiving, actually. And if you live on North Lost Legend Trail and anything suspicious happened with your trash can, or if you can inspect your trash cans, that would be really helpful. This is actually Joanne's family's trash can, and that is an old car that was checked out and is since not sitting in the driveway anymore. So I'm not sure what happened to that vehicle. It was checked by police. I don't know if they have it or if the family was given the car back and they did something with it. I don't know. But the boyfriend was seen acting very peculiar, walking up and down the neighborhood, down to the wash, which has been searched, and just acting strange. So that's why it's been brought up. This is an actual photo off of footage from that day, the 23rd of November, the day before Thanksgiving, a week after the disappearance of Joanne. Now, at that time, the old Toyota Camry was still in the driveway, as the family car is also there, which is a silver Honda CR-V. I'm going to get some more pictures of it to you right here. This is her actual car. But here is another, some better pictures of the same make and model vehicle, just so you can get a better look at it in case you have camera video, or you saw something, or who knows. But you can see what Honda CR-V looks like. I believe it's a 2015. Either way, if it's a 16, I don't know, but it's the same body style as I'm showing you. That is the body style. Both the police and the public are asking for help in this case, as well as the family. This is insane that Joanne would be missing for 2 months, and no one has found any clue as to where she is. If you live in New River or the surrounding areas of Anthem, please be vigilant. Joanne is still missing. For her family to come out after 2 months of her being missing and now are asking for the public's help. That is strange to police, to the community, to Joanne's friends, and her neighbors. I mean, what happened that night? Only this family knows what truly happened the last night that Joanne was in that house. There is no evidence that Joanne walked away from that home. That morning, she was gone, vanished into thin air. We need any help that anyone can provide. Please share this in the neighboring communities. Any tips need to be called in to the Maricopa County Sheriff's Department. If you happen to know somebody who walks their dogs, around the desert areas, people like to hike or walk, please keep your eyes open for anything suspicious. People just don't vanish into thin air, and something is really wrong. Joanne was a hardworking woman who loved her family. She would not walk away from her life without a trace. That did not happen. That much I can assure you. This new version that just came out is shocking and so upsetting, stating that she hit her head. Why did no one call 911? And if someone did hit their head and they were put to sleep, how could they get up the next morning and just disappear? None of this story makes any sense. Please share this post. Something happened to Joanne on November the 13th, and we need to find her. I'm going to share the last media clip I have.
Anthem woman. She was last seen in early November at her home near Meridian Drive and Belfair Way.
Tonight, we're hearing from her family, and they're desperately trying to find her. Fox 10's Stephanie Bennett has the details.
Just please come home.
21-year-old Josephine Dudek says the last time she saw her mother, 64-year-old Joanne Dudek, was on November 13th. Almost 2 months later, and there's been no sightings of her since.
We are doing everything we possibly can.
Walter says his wife of 28 years had been drinking the day before. The next morning, they noticed she had taken a couple changes of clothes, her passport, and credit card.
Come home. Come home. We'll get you help. Your daughter needs you.
Walter claims his wife had depression and wanted to get professional help. He says Joanne even called their daughter shortly after to say she's in a safe spot in rehab, but they can't track her down. But the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office considers her disappearance suspicious and have not found any leads.
They have checked financial records, credit reports, nothing.
For now, the search continues.
It's hard going to work every day and having to see smiling people all the time. And it's hard on me. It's so hard.
Stephanie Bennett, Fox 10 News.
We really need to get this out. Joanne would not vanish like this intentionally. Something is wrong. She needs to be found. And we really need help from the public. So please share this. On this MLK Day, a man of such inspiration, the time is always right to do what is right. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We remember him today, and he taught us all such wonderful things. Please share this image of Joanne. Share this video. Get the word out. If you know people who live in Phoenix, alert them to Joanne's situation. We must find her. That phone number is 602-876-1011, and you're going to reference the incident number, report number, IR 22-030-478. I can't thank the public enough for their help. Please share this.